All right, guys. So recently I watched DNC's Justice League trailer reaction video, and you know how he likes to do the camera where he's like pointed in front of the screen and does these old school like trash videos, and he kind of does it on purpose because it's funny, you know. I thought, wouldn't it be funny if I did a reaction video of his reaction video? You know, just to kind of commentate what he's saying, to kind of a light roast of the video. I mean, let's just keep it fun. Let's keep things like this going and entertaining, and just kind of like an in circle joke kind of deal here. But let's see how this goes. Okay, so we're going to watch this video, and I'm going to stop it every once in a while, and we're going to talk about certain things that he says, and we're going to talk about the Justice League trailer. All right, so here we go. I thought we were going.
Doing a trailer
Here we go.
video like it's 2015 or something. So anyway, they have the new Justice League trailer that came out, I think, this morning. And so I watched it. I was pretty happy with it. I wasn't going to do a video on it, and then people were asking me to do a video, so I was like, yeah, I'll do a video. It's pretty easy. It was a pretty easy request and approval process. So anyway, I haven't done one live like this. I've just like talked about them afterwards and taken screenshots. So this might be a total meme, or it just might be okay. All right.
All right, so let's take a cough count. That's cough number 1. Does that count as 1 or 2? Because he's like, does that count as 2, or is that just a 1? Tell me in the comments.
That's funny. Kira B said reporting for Cop Duty, and I coughed right there. I just want to make one point. I love H3H3, kind of one of the reasons I got a channel. But you know what? This is my guarantee to you. All of my coughs are 100% real. H3H3, Ethan Klein, he fakes and exaggerates coughs. My coughs are 100% authentic. Straight.
All my coughs are 100% genuine.
From the source. Whatever weird virus I got in my lungs in Iraq or Afghanistan. Anyway, so I'm just gonna start, and this is the first time doing a live one. So, well, I mean, I already watched it, but I'm gonna start and stop, and it might get super annoying, and then I'll just read people's suggestions on how to do it. Okay.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live.
Oh, I think this is gonna be stupidly loud. Oh, it's very loud. Okay, so they're starting, and Clark is back in the cornfields, and he kind of looks skinny.
I mean, do you have some kind of disease?
His hairline always freaks me out. Like, what's going on?
Do you have some kind of disease or something? Why is the camera shaking so much when you're talking? What's going on here? Do you have old man arthritis?
On there. You're supposed to be Superman. The ring. This is nice. Okay. Bam. So he goes, I'll take that as a yes. And she says, what? He goes, the ring. I did not notice that she had the ring on at the end of Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. So this is one of those cool things that happens when you have one guy, Zack Snyder. Hey, Zack. Doing something is because I love Zack Snyder. He sets up a lot of things. He's built a very cohesive little mini universe.
For you guys at home, that means symbolism. That's what the definition of that is that you're looking for, symbolism. Ah, there's nobody there.
Okay, I didn't notice that the first time. They said after Superman was dead, there's a lot more violence and terrorism. I had a dream. It was the end of the world. I'm not that crazy about Affleck's Bruce Wayne voice. It's very put on because he does that voice all the time. Christian Bale gave Bruce Wayne just a normal voice. He would have a weird voice as Batman. Affleck does a weird voice all the time. He talks like this. I mean, it's kind of cool, but it's also kind of like, can you just chill, bro?
So Ben Affleck Christian Bale has been made fun of more times than anyone that has ever played Batman in the history of Batman. But for some reason, he likes it more than Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck has the chin. He doesn't have to say anything. He just pokes that chin out and like instantly defeats all of his enemies and unarms them.
Those effects are not so great.
I guess he doesn't know that sometimes they redo the effects when the movies come out, so they're a little bit different then. But anyway, so let's get back to the part because I moved it with my stupid fat fingers.
Batman. Affleck does a weird voice all the time. He talks like this. I mean, it's kind of cool, but it's also kind of
why is that so funny when he does the Batman voice?
Those effects are not so great.
I think it's something more. Something darker.
I think this music is really, really cheesy. I don't have anything deep to say, but I'll just say like Zack Snyder's really showing his age with this like cheeseball music cues.
So I would just like to point out that the first time I watched the trailer and they played that music, that I like honestly got chills because I love all these covers that they keep doing of these songs, and they're redoing them for like to make them almost more rock. And so they're playing off of the 80s and 90s references because they know that those are the people that's going to be watching this. The kids that are watching this are going to watch it regardless because it's Batman, okay? And so what he's trying to do is he's trying to get the older people that were fans of like the Tim Burton movies and stuff to watch it. And you know, old people like diversity in comics. Just kidding.
Okay, this might not sound like a big deal, but his hair actually looks like he's underwater. The problem is he always also looks like he's holding his breath. So it doesn't feel very natural. This is pretty cool. I actually like this image.
We get it. You like Gal Gadot, okay? we get it.
They have a little humor here, but it's kind of like, it's fine. It's not terrible, but it's not that funny. I got to see all the costumes at the New York Comic Con, and the Wonder Woman and the Batman are good. The Flash one is just annoying. He has all these like retention bands around, and it's very distracting. And Aquaman's one just looks dumb. He just should have been like a shirtless dude with like leather pants.
I think he just described like every dancer at a Chippendales right now. I'm starting to wonder to question his sexuality because he kind of lingered on Aquaman a little bit longer than the other characters, but that's just me. Maybe I'm looking too much into it, but you know, it's all for fun.
So I love that Batman uses guns all the time. I know a bunch of people were freaking out because he was using guns in the first one. He's a freaking human without powers. Of course he has to use guns. Especially when he's fighting multiple people and superpowered people and aliens.
Gun is gun, okay? Gun violence is bad. Just kidding. That was a really cool scene. I really like that with the tank cannon and then like the shell falls out. Is that not awesome? Like, what I'm waiting for is like Batman to whip out 2 scorpions and start just mowing down those creatures from Apocalypse anytime now. Look at Flash with his kung fu stance. I feel like he's Bruce Lee. I don't really like this Flash. I wish they would have gone with the Flash that we already have from the TV show, which he's going to talk about in a minute. This one's good and he's funny, but I almost feel like he's another character. Like I feel like he's Beast Boy. I don't feel like he's the Flash. But anyway, the Flash is very masculine.
Like, what is he going to use? The Care Bear stare? He's got nothing.
Talk about dated references. He just brought up the Care Bear stare. and he's going to talk about the old music references.
So one cool thing about this is that it looks like they're coming together fairly easily. They don't have to have like 5 movies of them fighting each other. They're just kind of jumping into like, this is a big threat, we need to team up. Honestly, I like this, but it looks very old. It's kind of embarrassing. Like it's like an old man trying to be hip. I have a lot of goodwill for this, but it feels like a movie that came out 10 years ago.
I would just like to point out that I agree with him. Whenever I was looking at Steppenwolf there, he almost seemed like one of the bad guys on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies that just come out with Michael Bay. Like, I know that they're going to tighten it up, though. Like, when a movie actually comes out, you're going to see the special effects, and you're going to think, wow, this is a lot better than Green Lantern.
This is good where it says, if you seek his monument, look all around you. Here's a cool little move from Wonder Woman. Steps on it, flips it. That was a cool one. He stuck the pitchfork into the parademon when he was falling.
That's actually a trident. They use those in underwater things, in underwater themed characters that used to belong to Poseidon, and then it was given to the Atlantis people. So yeah, just so you know, that's not a pitchfork. Okay.
This stuff is as bad as it looks. It kind of reminds me of like He-Man, the movie from the 1980s.
So he just froze on Aquaman's crotch to talk about this. What is it with you and Aquaman?
So they basically imagined Aquaman as like a good guy from Sons of Anarchy, which is actually a cool take. It's basically a completely original character. It's basically Happy Conan the Barbarian on the Justice League. It's like, yeah, fine. Cyborg is just super boring. He's stuck in the Luke Cage I described in an earlier video where black characters have to be very bland. Very bland, oh my gosh.
I would just like to point out that once again he's bragging about Aquaman, but also he talks about Cyborg. I understand that he is not very flamboyant so far like he is in Teen Titans. He's not going around going booyah all the time, but he's also 98% robot at this point. Like he's basically RoboCop, and RoboCop didn't have any emotions either, and you see how successful that was.
This is simultaneously cool and embarrassing at the same time.
Did you see where he did the thing with the pitchfork and he like threw it and killed the thing with the thing? That was cool.
Like, these effects are not good. I mean, I'm guessing it's Apocalypse, but it just seems like a really cheesy intro from a video game from like 2009. That smile Wonder Woman gave, that was like specifically for me.
Anyway. Yeah. I mean, you watch Aquaman and every time you just get amped up because he's like, yeah.
So Denise Pereira.
I figured out what he is. He's a Justice League's hype man. Every time Batman says something, he stands behind him going, yeah.
Because it's not, she's making a good point. It's not Apocalypse. It's basically like a terraformed version of Earth that's becoming like Apocalypse. That's a good point.
Oh, awesome. As a bat signal, that's your... Oh, sorry. It's your signal. That means we have to go now.
Yeah, that's what that means.
It's so cool.
It's not humor.exe has crashed, but it's not particularly funny.
What does it take to impress you? I feel like DNC is so old that he's seen everything already and like nothing makes him humorous anymore. I feel like he's sitting on his front porch and he's yelling at the kids saying, back in my day, the comics were, not anything against him, but that's just what I'm saying. And I also like to point out, does anybody watch Bar Rescue where they had that funny DJ that was always saying, I'm all in. It ruined it for me because now every time I see the words all in, I think of that DJ on Bar Rescue and how terrible he was.
I don't hate him. It's not Chip Zdarsky unfunny, but it's just kind of like, the Flash is a cool character. You don't have to turn him into a joke. The whole thing, oh, thanks, NG Majora. The whole thing about, they got a TV version of the Flash and Green Arrow that everyone loves. Like, put the TV Flash in there. Tie it in with the T. I know things aren't going to match up perfectly, but we've already...
My gosh, is there an earthquake at your house right now, DNC? Do we need to call like medical services because you're shaking more than, you know? I'm not gonna bring up who has shaking diseases, but it rhymes with Back to the Future.
Already covered alternate timelines, alternate dimensions, and Legends of Tomorrow. You could have totally melded them together. They're all in. Oh, what? This thing comes out in November? I thought this thing came out like next summer. Oh wow, that's...
Movies come out and things, like they don't come out next year, and like, you know, I haven't kept up with it at all, but it's coming out. Oh, what? That's so weird. That's crazy.
That is very exciting. I did not know that. Yeah, okay, so is that all of it? Sometimes I have a little thing that pops out. Okay, that's actually all of it.
Is that how the internet works? Is there like a video and then there's like things after the video? I don't know. That's so crazy.
So anyway, this is going to be kind of like a short video, but what did you all think about the trailer you just saw? I mean, I'm excited for the movie, but I definitely have my expectations dialed down.
I was really excited about it until I watched your video, and now I just want to cry in the corner.
So I'm just looking at the comments right now. Very cartoonish, boring, garbage. Denise liked it. Thanks, 8 of Spades. Oh, awesome. So cool.
I think that's 4 coughs. Is that 4 coughs? I'm not sure.
I forgot to announce. Ethan Van Sciver has a new
5.
channel called Comics Artist Pro. That's all one word. Secrets. I'm really excited about it.
You guys need to check that channel out. Ethan Van Sciver is one of the few guys that actually answers you on Twitter and is very nice. And he has a YouTube channel. He actually mentioned me on his Periscope video, the one he did of, I think it was The Flash was the last one that he did. And he was like, yeah, you know, what's your video, whatever. And I was like, oh my God, my head just exploded. Because, you know, it's just weird. You're not used to these comic pros actually being nice. But he gets on there and puts on his jazz music and draws and then like selects a winner at the end of the sketch and sends it to your house. I mean, for free. Is that not awesome? And so now he's got a YouTube channel, and on the YouTube channel he does his sketches and teaches you about how to draw, and then he also talks about his old books and mentions like what went into the book and what was happening at the time and kind of the behind the scenes about it. It's really cool. Check it out.
Who's that? That's not Gal Gadot. Is that her stunt woman?
I'm sorry, but that's Gal Gadot. People make expressions that change their face and the way they look. Plus, she's probably jazzed up on all kinds of computer effects. But I'm sorry that your old man eyes can't see it, but that she's there. Just follow the fuzziness. See the fuzziness? Follow that.
That does not look like her at all. Anyway, so yeah, Ethan's got Comic Artist Pro Secrets. He's doing like live drawings.
Oh my God, shaking the... Oh my gosh, I'm getting drunk. You're shaking it so bad.
Comic Artist Pro, that's all one word, Secrets. So I'm scrolling back down. Garfield Garland says, I thought...
Why does Cyborg have the same expression that everyone in Marvel Comics has right now? You ever, have you read the latest Defenders and like everybody's like this, but then they're talking like a paragraph, but their mouth is closed and they're just staring at you? That's the way it feels like in Marvel right now.
The trailer was fun. That does not look like Gal Gadot. I've been told it's Gal Gadot, not Gal Gadot. Generally people are not liking it. Super predictable. No, I've been told a million times it is not pronounced Gadot. It's Hebrew, so it's Gadot. So I'm gonna go back down to the bottom. Need Superman and GL. I want it to be Ryan Reynolds. The movie sucked. Okay, someone said Ava Devine or Gal Gadot.
They're not going to use Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds talked about how much he hated making that movie. He has found Deadpool, and he's going to latch on to Deadpool for dear life.
Yeah. Gal Gadot. So yeah, so Nurkish is literally like, I was listening to this video of him being fat and having Skittles in his belly button, and it was literally the most disgusting story I've heard in my entire life. It was awful.
Not really. Did you hear about some of Dan Slott's latest comics? Those kind of make me sick too. Now we're
scrolling up.
Awkward silence.
So yeah, so the guy who plays Gordon, G. Willow Wilson, whatever his name is, G. Gordon Liddy, J. Abrams, Jim J. Bullock, he got like yoked, as we used to say in the 90s. I don't know why. He's just wearing a trench coat.
He's so old that he literally blew he blew through every name that he could think of. It's kind of like when my grandpa used to call for me. He used to be like, hey, so-and-so, 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 hey, and just blow through like 7 names until he finally got to the closest wrong name that he could find, and then he would just call me Snapdragon all the time.
James Martinez says, trailer is fine. Hope Whedon does try to turn this into Avengers Light. I think you might have been saying doesn't. I hope so too. Just keep it cohesive.
Just keep it shaky, man.
Scrolling up to see comments. Oh, other people says, where the hell is Martian Manhunter? I don't know if you can pull off Martian Manhunter. He's on Supergirl and he kind of sucks.
He only sucks because he doesn't turn into anything but other people. If they had him turn into some creatures and stuff, attacking people with some better special effects, he would be my favorite character on Supergirl right now. Because Martian Manhunter is OP. To me, he's almost stronger than Superman.
J.K. Simmons. So I was confusing J. Jonah Jameson with J.K. Simmons and making up a new name. So Ethan Barabee says, I'm sorry, but YouTube blocks me from giving you money from my country. Thanks. Yeah, it still kills me. I can't get anything. I can't actually be paid in shekels. That's like killing me, like deep in my soul. J.K. Rowling.
You know, Harry Potter, you know.
So where is Hawkman? Hawkman was actually, they've done Hawkman good twice. Hawkman was awesome on Smallville. They did a great costume. They did a good act.
Have you noticed how every time he gets excited when he's about to talk about something, he starts shaking? It's almost like one of those chihuahuas, you know. Whenever you start talking to them, they start shaking real bad and getting excited. That's what he reminds me of.
For that, and same thing with Legends of Tomorrow. By the way, at New York Comic Con, there's these 2 guys dressed like Hawkman, and there's like this kind of central area, and they stayed there like forever, like the whole day. And honestly, they weren't in very good shape.
Pics or it didn't happen. Awkward
Where's
silence.
Plastic Man? I don't think I'd want Plastic Man in this. Someone says, where is John Constantine? They were talking about this Justice League Dark thing forever, and it was supposed to be live action, and they just made it a cartoon. Nobody cared about the cartoon.
By the way, Constantine is coming back, and I think it's either Arrow or Legends of Tomorrow, and I'm super excited about that. That guy's really nice. He's very British, but he's really nice. I've met him before, and so he's probably one of my favorite Constantines, you know, besides Keanu Reeves. I mean, Keanu Reeves is like the Constantine, but this guy's pretty close. He even looks more like Constantine than Keanu Reeves does.
Comic or TV Green Arrow? Just get the guy from the TV show. Nobody cares about Hawkman. The cartoon was meh. Yeah, okay. Where's, what? I don't know what John Galt is. I know John Galt from Ayn Rand, but I need a good Black Canary just once. Honestly, the first one, who became White Canary, I thought she was pretty good, and then they got this new girl. Yeah, she's never been...
There he goes, getting excited and shaking the camera again. But, you know, I just want to point out that, yeah, that's my favorite Black Canary too. It doesn't hurt that she's beautiful, but also she's very good at acting.
Did that perfectly, though. That hot girl on season 1 of Legends of Tomorrow, she was hot, and they got rid of her for no reason. I don't know why they didn't...
They got rid of her because the story was completely boring. Like, that Hawk Girl and Hawkman on that show was the weakest, most boring characters I've ever seen on one of those superhero TV shows. Like, literally, their best attribute was to get killed. I mean, they couldn't even fight. It pissed me off, like, every time they're on TV. And she's not that pretty. Have you seen her teeth?
Bring her back. She wasn't the best actress in the world, but she was okay. Yeah, other people are saying that if you put the TV actors next to movie actors, they probably wouldn't match up, but you got this dude with this dead expression, so I think Stephen Amell could at least get to that level. Stephen Amell's actually a really good actor. If he looked different, like if he went bald or lost or gained.
Every time I try to make a video, I get interrupted. Anyway, so here's the conclusion.
100 pounds, you would notice how good of an actor he is. What about the Atom? I mean, I like him on Legends of Tomorrow, but I don't really care about him in like this type of movie universe. Flash, yeah, that's Turco says Flash looks annoying as hell. That's what I felt. When I looked at his costume, I felt annoyed constantly. With Aquaman, I just didn't like it. I mean, I didn't hate it. I was like, nice try, not so great. The Batman one's cool. The Wonder Woman one is cool. Cyborg is actually an interesting concept. He's just done really boring. But like Flash, it doesn't make me angry. It just makes me very annoyed.
What does it take to impress you, dude? Like, look at their outfits, how crazy they are. Now, granted, I wish they were a little bit more practical. Like, I wish they could just do Cyborg as a dude in a suit. I think that would be more fun. But he's like stainless steel, like a diamond or something. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of cool. It's got all those angles. But at the same time, I feel like he is too skinny. Like, I wish they had pumped him up a little bit. But all in all, it's okay. I mean, I even like the Batman, Ben Affleck. I mean, it's really cool. And then you have Superman. I mean, Henry Cavill is Superman. Every time we watch one of the trailers on it, my wife is just like, he is Superman. It's the craziest thing.
Yeah, and they do this weird like air scoop on the back of Flash's head, which gives him a weird head shape.
He looks like a
Orion,
bike messenger.
Yeah, I would down for Orion would totally fit in on
Six
this.
coughs.
Supposedly they're saying that there's going to be a New Gods TV show. I've heard a rumor about that a couple times, but I heard it on Bleeding Cool, so I probably pressed the wrong button. Okay, so CW, Supergirl, Superman, or Henry Cavill, Superman? What a great question. I absolutely love Smallville. I love it. And I thought Tom Welling did great. I really like Henry Cavill, but I don't consider him to be Superman. I consider Justice League and Batman v Superman to be basically be Elseworlds' alternate takes on these characters. But for like a mainstream take, Tom Welling is my favorite. Flash looks like a Power Ranger from the 2017. Yeah, definitely.
Don't you be bashing my Power Rangers.
Where's Nightwing? Nightwing's in a Teen Titans TV show. Just looking at the comments. Going back down to the bottom. They need to just make a New God CGI, call it a day. I think it could be done in like real life, but I don't like the effects here. I kept getting embarrassed when I saw them.
Again, they're probably going to redo them in the movie when it comes out. Patience, man, patience.
Cavill doesn't fit. So Sam High Voltage says Cavill doesn't fit very well. He had some really like touching scenes in Batman versus Superman. Just kind of
go with the shaking,
carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders, like emotionally. But he is an alternate take. Just flashing up to see what I said. Jason Williams says, sad Superman is old. He's the ultimate Boy Scout. That's what I like Tom Welling. He was just like a regular guy. He kind of got a little chubby towards the end of the show, though. Like, all the shirtless scenes stopped in, like, season 8. Why did it, just scrolling back up. Cavill is still growing. Zach, would you rock Aquaman's hair? I could if I could grow it, but I can't.
I feel you on that, man. I feel you. See, they talk about people that have no hair. You know, some people have perfect shaped heads and some people have to cover it with hair. I like that saying.
Somebody just said Joe and Doug.
What?
Is he coming? I mean, it says these live streams are like watching YouTube in 2010.
What are you talking about, old man? Speak.
Okay, so Billy with 3 L's, four Ganos. What? Forganopsid says, "Are you a member of Gavin McInnes's social club, the Proud Boys?" I really like Gavin McInnes. That name, first of all, being in a club and not.
I guarantee you he has 4 Perry Ellis polos right now in his closet hanging up, ready to go.
Being 12 seems really. And then the name of it is just like, what the hell? I know he's got like an explanation while he calls it the Proud Boys, but I'm just like, hard pass. So what about Jessica Cruz and Simon Baz? I just think they're really boring.
Did you just badmouth Jessica Cruz? You know you're going to get some hate for that now. I talked about Jessica Cruz in one video and I felt like people were going to run out into the streets and run into traffic. They were so triggered.
Just going up. So Gavardik says Tom Welling is in season.
That's
of
a nice
course that was
polo.
gonna happen. Okay, Tom Welling is in season 3, episode 1 of Lucifer. He looks good. Yeah, I saw him. Like, he lost weight. He's like, I don't know. He's probably like 39 or 40.
Shaky McShakerson.
He would be good to play Mr. Miracle, like the Tom King version. Truth Radek says, I am a Western chauvinist, but having like a 40-year-old guy create a club called the Proud Boys is no. So I'm just scrolling up to see what I missed. Except now people are just roasting the group called the Proud Boys. Scrolling back down. Aquaman dialogue sounds like a 90s dude, bro. That's fine. The guy, I'm forgetting his name, he has a lot of charisma.
You just said something negative about Aquaman. DNC is about to go ham on your tail now.
So I really like. He was actually really good in the Conan. They made a Conan movie like 5 years ago that fell down the memory hole. Number 1, it was actually pretty good. Number 2, it had boobs just like out in the open, which is kind of cool. They don't do. There's no boobs in movies anymore, unless they're like art movies. He was a really good Conan, but it was just the movie wasn't very good. He looked exactly like he literally looks like Conan, straight out of the movie. Billy's like roasting the hell out of the Proud Boys. Oh man. So yeah, so Gavin McInnes like stopped doing his regular show and then he started a new one, and I thought it was gonna be like on radio.
Oh my god, dude. I'm about to just turn this video off because he keeps shaking it so much it's making me sick. Like, hold the camera still. Oh my gosh. Does he not have like an anti-shake on his camera? Is it like one of those old, like, you know, the VCH or whatever they're called, camcorders from back in the 90s that like they had in that movie Family Vacation or something? I mean, National Lampoons, what the heck?
And it's just like, it's like in this dark closet. It's not even well lit. And it's just the same stuff in a darker room with an annoying, and his desk is sideways. It's like, I watched one video and I was like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm done. Scrolling up to see what I missed.
But does he do a good knife hand when he does his videos? That's the important questions.
Going back to the bottom. Yeah, so Animation Destination says he's got a new thing on CRTV. I don't really know what that is. I mean, he talked about it. I saw it's something to do with like those political guys, but I don't really watch any political stuff. I know people think Gavin McInnes he does political stuff, but to me he's just mainly like a funny guy. It's like a humor channel. Yeah, that Mug Club, I Most of those guys seem like huge jagoffs. Now people are just roasting the hell out of Proud Boys. Angie Majora says Proud Boys sounds like a Christian cartoon. Just scrolling up. Is there, someone keeps saying Dr. Fate. I'm not really into Dr. Fate. Ben
Now you don't like Dr. Fate? Who do you like? Not everybody can be Batman.
Affleck or Bale?
Careful.
I go with Bale, but I just love how Ben Affleck looks and acts as Batman and Bruce Wayne. Like the scene in Batman v Superman when he's like, there's basically like a 9/11 and everyone's rushing away and he's rushing towards it. I love that scene.
That's not really a fair question because so far you've seen Batman in 1.5 movies as with Ben Affleck, and you saw Christian Bale in 3 full movies, and The Dark Knight Rises was like 3 hours long. So that's not really a fair comparison, especially for somebody that talks like this. Where is she? Why do you want to kill me? That was pretty good, wasn't it?
Oh, this thing's going kind of long. I just meant to do a short one.
Oh yeah, it's long, all right.
Anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe. Make sure you're subscribed. Thanks to everyone who gave to the super chat. And I'm going to be doing Batman White Knight tonight. Thanks. Bye.
All right, guys. So what do you think about that? I just wanted to have a little fun with the video here, talk about his reaction video, and do my own reaction of his reaction on this trailer. Because it's 2015. But anyway, I want to kind of keep the mood kind of up, but at the same time roast him a little bit. But I'm not one of those guys that just goes out and tries to rip your guts out. I mean, I did make a couple references to his knife hand and how he kept doing finger puppets. But other than that and the elaborate shaking in his video, he pretty well has a lot to say. But tell me, guys, what you think about the video. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and have a great day. Underground Geek out.